all started with a love for Washington apples and a Father's Day gift of cider making kit.
That's pretty cool. Now Spokane's One Tree hard cider has distribution all over Washington, Idaho, and even a few other states as well. Derek Deis paid a visit to its cider house and cider making facility for Made in the Northwest.
Grant Barnes wanted a home brewing kit for Father's Day, but his wife bought him a cider making kit instead. And his first attempt was a disaster.
Ended up turning into vinegar. And then we were like, we live in the Apple State, like, how hard can this be?
Barnes and Neil Hennessy were co-workers at a cell phone company when they decided to fully commit to making cider.
And it just exploded. People obviously love cider, and we kind of filled that need here in Spokane.
They knew they were onto something with One Tree hard cider when they received a call from the Post Street Ale House.
Up until that point, no one had ever called us and like demanded our product.
One Tree uses only Washington apples, and its ciders are 100% natural.
We're using all real fruit puree. We use real apple cider. There's no concentrate craziness in there.
And Barnes and Hennessy are pretty much the opposite of cider snobs.
We're goofballs. We're nerds. We like having fun. We like experimenting. We want people to not have to guess like what's in the product.
One Tree makes 4 core ciders and several seasonal ciders as well, but its lemon basil is by far its most popular.
They taste it and they're like, how do I get it? How much can you give me?
One Tree opened this cider house on South Madison on the west end of downtown back on September 1st. They always feature 20 ciders on tap, and not just their own.
And we can bring awareness to not only the cider movement and what ciders can differ from dry to sweet, and then obviously we have food, and it's just it's a fun environment for all of our friends.
These days, One Tree is making about 80 barrels of cider a week, or over 100,000 gallons a year. Every other week, it bottles a massive amount of cider and spends the rest of the time breaking down and cleaning equipment in draft kegs.
It's constant. We're operating 5 days a week, and most of the time 6 days a week, just to make sure.
One Tree has distribution in 4 different states, with a 5th on the way, and it can be found just about anywhere in Washington and Idaho.
Total Wine & More, Costco, Bevmo, and all the local chains that have helped us so much, like Yolks and Rosars, Super Ones.
And after doubling in sales every year so far, the future for One Tree looks as sweet as its ciders.
We can build that awesome business culture and hire more people, and we can grow that message about who One Tree is and what we're going to do for the community.
For Made in the Northwest, I'm Derek Deis, KXLY 4 News.